Good afternoon. How's everyone doing? Still kind of a nice day out today. Just a little chillier today than yesterday by about 30 degrees, I'm thinking. So yesterday I was in a tank top and shorts and flip-flops, and today I am in a longer sleeved shirt and slippers and pants. So quite a difference between yesterday. So I let you all know that I was going to work with the citrus tones. Hi Joyce, hi Kathy, glad you guys could come. And so what I did was I picked out the colors. These are not Stampin' Up! Colors that I found the color combo on Pinterest, but I matched them. So I feel like I got a pretty good match. Hi Jennifer. I am going to use the soft sea foam. Hi Darla. The So Saffron. Pear Pizzazz. Make sure you're all in there. Garden Green. And Pumpkin Pie. Now the Pumpkin Pie is probably just a little bit darker than the citrus color that is in the photo, but I still think that we can make that work. So I have 3 cards to show you. They're fairly quick and easy, and I did a lot of the prep first so that it would make everything go a little quicker. So the first thing we're going to do is I tried to get all 5 colors incorporated into every card. So first of all, I have a piece of 4 1/4 by 11 soft sea foam cardstock. Hi Amy, glad you could come today. All right, so then what I'm going to do then is something I haven't used yet. Let's talk about the Versamark. It is so versatile. I'm guessing that's why they call it Versamark. So I am going to use a stamp from Witty-cisms. They're just kind of cute little sayings, little tongue-in-cheek, I guess. So the first one we're going to use is Taco Bout Awesome. So what I'm going to do is, the cool thing with Versamark is not only can you use it to heat emboss with, you can also use it as a watermark. So you can stamp anything you want to, and as it dries, you will be able to see the stamped image. Looks like I didn't get this quite. Okay. Has anybody done this before? I know a few of you have. Is there anyone that's never done this before, where you've used the Versamark? All right, so we're gonna clean that off because I'm going to use it again a couple more times. I don't want to take the Versamark off. Okay, so we're gonna set this aside. Let me see if you can. I'm gonna stand up and see. Oh yeah, you can see where I used the Versamark. It just makes it a little bit darker. So that way you can get lots of colors with just the Versamark, just depending on your color paper. Okay, so then I am going to take the pumpkin pie and I am going to do the same thing. I guess I didn't need to clean it off, did I? Look how dark it is. I love this. I think this is such a cool technique. All right, that looks pretty good. Now I need to clean it off because now I will use it on white paper with a color. So, all right, so let's go ahead and put our card together and then I will move on. Okay, what is the deal? My guess is this needs to be cut. That's what the deal is. All right, I'm going to cut it down to 4 1/4 inches because I want it to be the same width as the width of the card. So I think that's the only thing I need to cut. All right, our first layer this is from the Subtles. This is So Saffron, and this is one of the textured papers from the 6x6 stack. Now the Subtles DSP stack is not available yet. It is on back order, but it will come off back order on Monday, the 13th. So, all right, so this piece is 4 1/4. It's 2 1/2 by 4 1/4. And then this is Pear Possessed from the same Subtles, and it is 2 by 4 1/4. And then our pumpkin pie is 1 3/4 by 4 1/4. Okay, so let's set this off to the side, and let's go ahead and ink this, or not ink it, we already did that. Snail it. I'm sorry, I'm just slightly distracted. Can you hear that creaky sound? Maybe you can, maybe you can't. The people we bought the house from smoked, and they had a fan put in so that they could smoke downstairs and keep it from getting too smoky in here. Well, every time the wind blows, it's creaky, and it's super annoying. I hope you can't hear it. All right, so then we're gonna snail this, and we're gonna put this right here on the So Saffron. Now, when you look at these color combos, you do not have to use every single color, but I thought it would be kind of fun to see if I could, so, and still have it look halfway decent. So then we're going to take a piece of the linen twine, and I'm just going to wrap it around 2 or 3 times, and whoops, and clip it. Maybe if I can get a hold of it. There we go. Put that away. I'll have to make sure I get that put away immediately when we're done, or Charlie will be chewing on it, and his mom got home from work early, so I'm hoping that that's where he's at and not anywhere near where he can hear me. All right, so we're just going to tie a quick little linen bow. Oh, I know. I'm so sorry. My nails are driving me insane, and if they were not dip and I could take it off, I would. I can take it off. I just don't have anything to replace it with. Okay, there we go. Enough about my stupid nails. All right, so we're just gonna leave this cute little linen bow, just like that. And then we're gonna snail it, and you can go right over. I just kind of jumped over the linen thread. You don't need to really make sure. If you are concerned that it's gonna move, then just put a little snail on the back and attach it. Okay, so now we're gonna bring our card back in, and I'm going to, sorry, this is bugging me. This is not straight. Let's see if I can straighten it out just a little bit. There we go. All right, so then we're gonna add this right like that. Okay, so we've used all of the colors except for the garden green. And we're going to take our little Talk About Awesome, and this is one of the stitched rectangle frames. I use these a lot, actually. They're a really substantial item in my stash of stuff. All right, so I'm going to stamp this right here. Talk About Awesome. Super cute, super duper cute. Sounds like a squeaky hamster wheel. Yeah, it does. I'm quite thankful, though, that as far as I know, there's no hamsters up there. So that's good. All right, so I'm going to take this and put dimensionals on it. Oh, good. I have orange ink, pumpkin pie ink on my fingers. See if I can get that wiped off so I don't get it all over. And I am using the Stitched Nested Label. And there are several of these, and they're really versatile actually. You can leave them in this shape, or you can cut part of it off and have it look like a little banner on your card. Really, really versatile. So we're going to put this guy right here. So quick and easy, quick, easy card. Once you have the idea, it's a quick and easy card. I actually, I was going to look online to see if on Pinterest to see if I could find any ideas, and I looked for a couple seconds, and then I thought, you know what, if I use those colors, maybe that's my biggest issue, is figuring out what colors to put together. So how about that? I know it's a lot of color, but it's kind of fun. It would make a really fun kids card. So you could, my daughter would probably love it. She loves tacos. So anyway, there is the first one. And then just a real quick little card for a baby. So 3 by 6. We're going to use the very same stamp set. And we're going to fold this in half. And we do have, I think they're like 3 1/16 or 3 1/4 inch square little cards that you can put in your bag of whatever your gift is that you're giving. Okay, so I'm going to take the garden green. When I was designing this, I was thinking, okay, I've got all the other colors in here except for the garden green. So this is Pear Pizzazz. This is from the Subtles. This is Seafoam Green. And I'm just going to use a little bit of garden green. I didn't really use this quite this much when I did it before. Oh, you know why? Because when I did it before, I pulled the ink from there. So let's punt and let's flip it over. And let me get rid of some of that ink. Because I just don't want it to be quite so dark. That looks a lot better. Just gives a little bit of color to the edge. All right. All right. So that's pretty much it for that. That it adds just enough color to make it pop a little bit. All right. So we're gonna glue this on. Oh. It's been a long time since I've gone through this much snail because I have a different product that I use for scrapbooking. So this is good. This means I'm actually working. All right, what's the deal? All right, well, I'm not going to fiddle with it. I have another one ready. I don't know what its little malfunction is, but I will look at that later. All right, there we go. So we'll make I'm going to make these go down at the bottom. All right. Okay, so then we're going to take, this is one of the square, let's see, what do we call these? Layering squares. Some of them are just squares, some of them are scalloped. And I wanted to use the pumpkin pie, but wow, it's kind of a dark color for a baby. So what I did was, we're going to use Welcome Little One, and I'm going to stamp it. and then I'm going to stamp off, and then I'll stamp right there in the center. Makes it real soft and peachy looking. So there's a lot of different things you can do. I really like the idea of finding these color combos, and it really helps if you are challenged with putting colors together, or if you, like myself, I get tired of copying everybody else's stuff. It's okay. It is not a problem for you to copy anybody's, as long as you give them credit if you're doing, you know, if you're selling them, or, you know, whatever you're doing. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some dimensionals on here. Just a really, really quick card. I try to have my time go about, I don't know, 30 minutes. 20 to 30 minutes is the least I want to do. So by throwing in a couple of extra little cards, that makes it, gives you a little bit more bang for your buck. And it's easy stuff. Okay, so we need to add that So Saffron. This is not So Saffron. This is actually Daffodil Delight. However, it looks fairly close. It's just a darker shade. So if you're going to make a bow, put it together, wrap it around, and pop it right through there, just like you're tying your shoes. Okay? And then pull this tight so you can make a nice little loop on your bow. This is a great way to add a bow if you if you struggle making bows, because it's a super simple little bow technique. You could take, if you don't want to tie a bow, you could wrap this around, maybe between the two green layers, wrap this all the way around and tape it on the back, and then you could make a bow like this and then put it right on there. No one can even tell that you didn't actually tie it on. The only ones that really look that close to our cards are us when we're working on them, right? Oops, I just want to make this a smidge smaller. Okay, so then we're gonna clip. Well, he wants to just roll. I like this ribbon though. I like the width, I like the texture, and I think I'm gonna just pull it a little bit more. Okay, that looks good. Again, you need to put this away so Charlie Boy doesn't get into it. Okay, so then I am going to use a mini glue dot, and you can just kind of roll it onto your bow. Hi Deborah, hi Sherry, glad you guys could join me today. And then I'm just going to pop it right on there. And at this point, if you feel like your tails are too long, go ahead and clip them off at that point. Just like that. Cute. Super cute. And I got all 5 of the colors in there. And you can hardly see the darker color. And look at the difference between, it's the same color. And just by stamping it off once, it looks a lot nicer. A lot more baby looking. Okay, so now this is the main card. I really wanted, I'm sorry, I just love flowers. That's a problem for me. I love flowers. So I don't have a hard time finding a flower set to use, but I try to be mindful that maybe not everybody likes flowers. So I try to add a few different things. So we're going to use the So Saffron. This is called Daisy Lane. And when I opened it, I realized that I had only used these 3 stamps. And my goal is to get through and try and use some of my stamps and put them all together, which I did. I put them all together. Hi, Anita. And because otherwise it gets to the end of the year and I haven't used them and I paid for them and it just feels like a waste of money to me. Now, these have a punch. So that's kind of a, I like that these are a punch that you can just punch out. You don't need to use the framelits. I'm going to do 2 of these. I'm going to come around the corner. I want to make 4 of these little flowers. Whoops. He kind of went off. So let's do 2 more right here. Okay. So that is enough of that color. And then I have, this is the small daisy punch. And if you flip it over like this, then you can see where to put your punch so that you can punch them out easily. Sorry, I'm kind of a perfectionist when I am doing this stuff. It's not my favorite to send a card out that's got smudges or like if I've smudged something that I've made for you guys, I try to salvage the pieces from it later and either recreate the card and fix my boo-boos, or I just throw it away because I just can't imagine. I wouldn't want somebody to send me a card that has smudges and stuff all over it. It happens, but I don't want to give those to anybody. All right, so here is the big one, and we'll just punch those out. Whoops. And then this one. And then that is all of the punching that we have to do. Okay. Looks like I punched them off just a little bit, but that's all right. We'll just work with it. They're flowers. No flowers are perfect, right? Okay, so now I am going to use a piece of cardstock, white cardstock. It is 4 by 5 1/4, and we're going to use the fern stamp. And you can kind of do this however you want to. You can stamp off if you want. I just used it full strength and I went all the way to the corner. That's such a pretty stamp. My mom always had these ferns growing in our yard when I was growing up, and I'm sure she still has some, but these look exactly like those ferns. All right, so that was the garden green. This is the pear pizzazz. I'm just gonna stack it a little bit. And I'm just doing them opposite of each other. Okay, now this is the soft sea foam. Hey Carla, glad you could join me today. I'm glad that everybody is here. Kind of a nasty day to be outside. I really enjoyed yesterday. Wasn't yesterday gorgeous? Oh, I'm so ready. Okay, so what am I doing here? That looks good. All right. So you could, if you wanted to, if some people don't like the empty white space, so you could take, like yesterday, you know, we used the sand, the little speckles. You could put some speckles in there if you like, but I don't mind having it be just the way it is. I'm going to use the memento, and this is one of the sayings from the set. It says, "The best moments in my life happen with you." You know, I've been doing a lot of cards that you could send to your friend or friends. I miss my friends. You know, some of you guys that are watching, I spend time with outside of my house on a regular basis, and I miss you guys. So I guess that's why I have been making so many friend cards, because I just, I don't know. Some of you will probably start getting some of these cards because I've got a whole stack. Hey, Mary, glad you could come today. All right, so there's this part, and I'm going to set it aside, and then let's work with the flowers. This is a bone folder. I don't know if I've ever said what this is. It's plastic, but it's a bone folder. They used to be made out of bone. I actually have a really old one, and I think it was actually made out of bone, which sounds kind of creepy, but that's what they had. They didn't have all this plastic stuff. Does that make me like old? No, no one say anything. Just shh. Just don't say anything. Wait, Deborah, you sent lots of cards out? Oh, you ran out of postage stamps. I thought you ran out of stamps. I got it. I gotcha. All right, so here we go. I am just like you would take like that ribbon that you'd put on a package. You just want to curl the edges. Don't pull too hard or you pull his little petals right off. I love this stamp set. I don't really love daisies in real life, but I love to do flower daisies on my cards. Okay, so now I am going to get my dimensionals, and I want to put one in the middle of, let's see, these two. I want a big one here, and then these little baby guys I'm going to put right here and right here, and then take off the papers. Sorry for those of you that came in late. You hear Kathy said it sounds like a hamster wheel. It's a fan that's down here in my studio, and when the wind blows, it's squeaky. Is it super loud for you guys? It's really loud for me. All right, so I'm just staggering these so it makes a nice full looking flower. Sorry, did I get that out of this picture? Now you could put these together, maybe do some different colors and really, you know, stack your flowers, but I'm just going to leave them just like that. And then I'm going to use these bigger ones, and you can use the big ones on the backs of these. I just thought the smaller ones would work better, so you don't see the little edges, but you can't see them here. All right, so now we're going to take this piece, and we're going to use a So Saffron base. And we're going to give that a nice crease. And then we will add this to it. I was so hot yesterday, and now today my feeties are freezing, and I do have my slippers on. All right. All right, so there we have that. Then let's, I'm just gonna put my little daisies on, take the back off of the dimensionals. All right, and then I just love this card. It's so cute. Okay, so now we have yet to use the orange, right? So we are going to pull in the pumpkin pie blend pen, and these are clear faceted gems. And so what I'm going to do is I am going to color 2 of these smaller ones. Because these are alcohol markers, they will stick to this plasticky gem. I don't know why this one is there. We'll get him out of the way. And even though the orange looks super duper dark right here, it doesn't show real dark on the gems. It just kind of blends right in. Hey Joyce, did I say hi to you? I think I saw you earlier, but I don't know if I said hi. Hi Karen. How are you? Okay. Let's kind of pop this guy over just a little bit. He's not stuck all the way down, so I can kind of move him a little bit. All right, so there's that one. Oops. And here's this one. Okay, so what do you think about that? But wait, that's not all. I thought, you know what? It just needs a little something else. So I have the dark seafoam green blend. And this is easy. Even my non-bow making friends can do this. So color this all in. I should have just cut it all in one spot, but I decided later that I wanted a little bit more. So I have a 6 foot piece, 6 foot. Oh my goodness. I have a 6-inch piece and a 4-inch piece. 6 foot. That is something. That's some big cards right there. All right. So now we've colored that in. And, oh, yes, Deborah, I agree. They make great centers. Okay, so I'm going to cut these in 2-inch pieces. Just like that. So now I have these pieces. What is she going to do with those? Well, I will tell you. I am going to put a glue dot on there. And these are kind of a pain unless you can get them. If they get on my nails, they don't come off. All right, let's see, where is that tool? Oh yeah, let's use that. All right, this is our pick a tool. So let's see if we can get that. It's, you know, it's kind of like the feather and the static, or the balloon and your hair. All right, let's try this. Oh my gosh, I'm cracking myself up. It was so much easier earlier. Okay, so I'm just making some of these little loops. Okay, so let's see if I can go from just barely. Ooh, maybe if I hold it like that. Oh, Joyce, you know you're going to be buying all these blends in no time. What else do you have to do with your time right now? You've got your foot up, you're relaxing. You just need to do some crafting with the blends. I don't think we have to convince her too much, Darla. She's right there, right on the fence. I'm just teasing Joyce, everyone. She is a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, so I'm not trying to sell her anything. I think she kind of sold herself on the idea. Okay, so one more. I will be honest, this is a Jody technique, and I've never seen it done anywhere else. Doesn't mean that it hasn't happened. All right, so there's those. Now, we're going to use a few more because we've got to get these little babies to stick. Oh, yay. Let's see if they'll all do that, where they'll just stay stuck. Maybe there's enough sticky coming through the ribbon that it's holding itself. Oh, good. There's another one. See if I can get all 5 of them done. And quite honestly, if you like the card the way it is right now, then, you know, skip this part. But I don't know, I always have to add just a little bit more. Sometimes less is more, sometimes more is more, right? Isn't like chocolate, more is more? Broccoli, less is like way less. I'm not a big fan of broccoli. All right, here we go. So I thought it would be just kind of fun to pop these little metallic loops right in, kind of hide them behind the petals, but have them still sticking out a little bit. And then I want to put one here. And I actually want to pull this one out a little bit. Pop it back up. Let's use the other end. All right. It's almost like they're 3-dimensional leaves, maybe. Something is not looking so right with this. I think I liked it the way I did it before. I did one for practice because I wanted to make sure that I got in all the colors. All right, so let's wait, what? You don't? I don't what? Don't have to try and talk you into it. Yes, this ribbon, Jennifer, is in the annual catalog. It's called Metallic Edge Ribbon, and there's 2 kinds. There is very vanilla with a gold edge, and there is the Whisper White with the silver edge, and it's $7 for the spool. It is how many? Approximately 10 yards. So really pretty. I love this little bit of metallic, and then when you add your color to it, all right, that needed to go. And let's get rid of this one. See, sometimes you just kind of have to edit yourself and not get too crazy. All right, so let's pop this guy in there. Did I just stick it right back where it was? Okay, so then I want to take this one, pull him out. Come on. And stick that one there. There. That actually looks a little bit better to me. And if you don't care for the ribbon in it, you certainly don't have to use it. You could just do just a bow. Maybe we'll put him right there. Whoops, now we're out of sticky. Let's see how long Jody can keep her friends on the computer while she fiddles around with this silly ribbon. Okay, there we go. Those flowers in a stamp set, yes, they are. They are part of, this is Daisy Lane, and there is a small punch to go with the small daisy, and then there is a larger one, and it's full of paper because it kind of, when it's this small, whoops, there we go. When these are so small, stuff kind of gets stuck in there. And so then you also have these two, Mary. And they are the cling. So it comes with all these fun little extra pieces, plus the stamps that I used on here, the fern and the other sentiment. So, all right. Well, that was pretty good for 40 minutes. 3 cards in 40 minutes. Talk about awesome. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. So there's that. And then welcome, little one. This might be, you know, I don't know. Maybe I've just looked at it for too long. But if you don't know what the baby is, have fun with some color. Hey Jody, try putting the ribbon on the glue dot and then pulling it off the roll. You know, I tried to do that before and it wouldn't come off. So I just got stuck to my fingernails. It got stuck to my finger. It stuck to my workspace. I was struggling, Joyce. It was rough. So, does anybody else have any more questions that I can answer before we say goodbye for the afternoon? I will be back tomorrow at 4. I have my grandchildren tomorrow. I'm hoping for a better day tomorrow with them. Last week was a little challenging, but I won't be working on cards while they're here, and I think that was part of it. I was prepping because I didn't know that I was having them. So anyway, maybe you'll get to meet them. Hopefully their daddy will come and get them before the big show. So anyway, you girls all have a great afternoon. If you know of someone that you think would be interested in seeing cards being made or spending the afternoon with us, go ahead and invite them. And I would love to meet them. We are so close to having 100 members already. I am super excited. We're at 93 members, so 7 more people. Maybe when we hit 100, I'll send maybe a package of cards that we've already made. So I will see you girls tomorrow. And hey, don't forget, we have a little contest with the color combo that I posted the other day. So check that out. And you don't have to send it, just make the card. It does not have to be Stampin' Up! Stamps or paper. I know that not everybody has that. I just thought it would be fun, and I will send you a little prize, whoever wins. So talk to you girls later. Bye-bye.